They want to know that they have some loyalty with their spouse, that their spouse is loyal to them. Yes, I know there are women going to be in the comments saying, well, I want to feel safe too, and I want to feel loyal. Yes, we know that. We know that. That's like duh. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's your Coach Nyla, one of the co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of the book Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. So, can you have an argument-free marriage, especially in polygyny? What say you guys? Well, I believe that you can. It's way more complicated than I'm going to put out there in this video, but inshallah, God willing, I can give you some good tips that can help you have an argument-less instead of argument-free marriage. So yeah, I have something that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you what I call this 3 C's of effective communication, 3 C's of having an argument-free or less argumentative marriage or something on the lines of that. Because in marriage period, just in life period, you're going to have disagreements. Everybody's not going to agree on the same thing. We understand that. However, it's a difference between disagreeing and arguing. It's a difference between fighting and arguing. It's a difference between having a disagreement with someone and not being on the same page or having the same feelings about something and arguing with someone. Sometimes arguing, if you're really trying to get your point across, you want someone to see your point, you're not hearing anything else. It's about you being right. It's about you getting your words in, and the other stuff doesn't matter. But if you're both on that same mindset, no one's getting heard, right? And in marriage period is like that, whether you're monogamy or polygyny, but it probably can be a little bit more challenging to some people when they're in polygyny because there's other dynamics, and there are other things to argue about, and there are things that people want to argue about because they really want to be heard and get their point across. And usually in polygyny, a lot of times it's polygyny period. It's jealousy, it's insecurity, it's unfairness, or whatever the case may be. So can you actually go through those challenges and go through those things and have an argument-free marriage? Well, if you're both willing to work at it, yeah. There are a number of ways to do it. As I stated before, this video will not allot the time, or time will not allot me to pretty much break it all down. That's more for coaching and counseling and all that other good stuff. But let me get into the 3 C's. One is connect. Connect with your spouse, connect with your hubby, with your wife, connect. When you connect, you're connecting on a level where you are looking to understand where they're coming from. You want them to understand you, but in order for people to understand each other, they have to take themselves out of the equation sometimes. Not totally out of the equation, but say, you know what? It's not all about me. I really want to understand you. So because I really want to understand you, let me connect with you. Let me understand how you're feeling. Now, you may not always agree with what they're feeling. People can speak their feelings and it can be really strong to them and they can be totally wrong about the situation. Their feelings are their feelings. It is what it is, but they may be totally wrong about the situation. However, when we are looking to connect and understand each other, you start to feel it within your heart. Your hearts connect. Pardon the interruption, but let me let you in on a little secret that wives, whether they are in monogamy or polygyny, as well as single women, have been using in order to create less drama and more fulfillment in their lives and their relationships. You want to hear it? Okay, they've decided to become part of my counseling and coaching programs. Okay, not everyone has decided to do that. However, I've been counseling and coaching women for years, and I've been helping them make strides in their relationships as far as communicating better, as far as minding their marriage and creating that life and marriage and relationship that they deserve and they desire. So if you want to add coaching and counseling to your personal development journey, make sure you check out CoachNyla.com, and I'll see you on the other side. Now, let's get back to this video. And the trust builds and the security builds. You know, you want to feel secure. You know, that goes for men too. You know, sisters, don't sit there and think that, you know, it's all about your feelings and how you feel, and that men do not want to be heard, or men do not want to feel protected, feel safe, feel secure. That's not a feminine thing. It's a connecting thing. It's a relationship thing. It's a marriage thing. We all around the board wanting to feel like you're connected with someone thing. So yes, children want to feel safe. Women want to feel safe. Wives want to feel safe. Men, husbands want to feel safe. They want to feel that they're being heard. They want to feel that they are being cared about. You know, so I'm saying that because we as women are easily fooled. I mean, myself included, I was there for a while thinking that men, their feelings are, I can't really say their feelings are totally different from ours. It's just the way they express them are different. But they do have intense feelings. They do have feelings of wanting to feel safe and secure in their marriage, in their relationship. They want to know that they have some loyalty with their spouse, that their spouse is loyal to them. Yes, I know there are women going to be in the comments saying, well, I want to feel safe too, and I want to feel loyal. Yes, we know that. We know that. That's like duh. Everybody knows that women want to feel safe by their husbands, with their husbands. They want to feel secure. Everybody knows that. We don't have to keep beating a dead horse. And I'm not saying this just to be mean. I'm not saying this to be flippant or anything like that. It's just that when we start talking about the ones that aren't cared for as much, or the ones that aren't talked about as much, or the feelings aren't put out there as much, when we start talking about them, we get on a defensive ourselves and say, well, what about me? What about me? We know this. This is like it has to be unsaid. Seriously. And I know people are going to beat me up for that too. Say, oh, it does have to be said. We say it so much. That's why I'm saying it doesn't have to be said all the time. It's, as I stated before, it's like duh. So when it comes to being secure, feeling safe, you want to be able to feel connected. That's that C. You want to feel connected. You know, your husband want to feel connected with you. You want to feel connected with them. How do you do that? You listen. You listen. You listen to understand. You use your 2 ears accordingly versus your mouth. So you don't want to talk more than you listen. When you want to get your point across, that's great. That's fine and dandy. But you also don't want to throw shots. You don't want to be petty. You know, you can't connect when you're being petty. You can't connect when you're throwing shots. We all make mistakes. So don't forget that. Don't forget that you are just as capable of making mistakes as your spouse. Not one person is way above the other one, that they are mistakeless, mistake-free, or whatever the case may be. So those are the ways that you want to make sure that you're connecting with your spouse. So the other C is care and concern, or care or concern. Either one, it works. And what that means is, of course, what it is. You know, you care about your spouse. You care about the person who you are trying to connect with. You know, you care about their feelings. You have concern about their emotions. You have concern about their issues, their troubles, their traumas, their dramas, and things like that. And when you are caring for someone else, you start to, your heart softens. I'm not going to say that it starts to soften, because it should be fairly soft when it comes to your spouse, when it comes to the person that you love and the person that you're planning to spend, you know, your life with, or that you are spending your life with, all of that other good stuff. So, you know, when it comes to care and concern, you want to have that. So we connect, We have our care and concern, care about their issues. We want to care about their feelings, care about what they're saying. As I stated before, we don't have to agree with what they're saying all the time. However, to care about how it's affecting them, that's important. Last C is code word. This has actually been a really good thing for me, and it's been really good for some of my clients as well, because when you have a code word, it breaks up the pattern of stress and drama, or like this fire that's going on. Because sometimes if we want our point to be heard, and we feel that we're not being heard or not being listened to, or someone is not establishing that care and concern, or they're not trying to understand or connect with us, we may get a little flustered, get a little upset, get a little heated, so to speak. So when those times come, we should create a code word, code phrase, code touch, and not COLD, code, that is just specific for you guys. I have a couple of them, but they're called pattern interrupts for the most part. Like, some people will call them pattern interrupts, something that when you say this code word or use this phrase or this touch or whatever, that you shut it down. Anything that's heated or that's being said that's negative or anything like that, like the whole conversation, just shut it down. Or it could be a look, it could be a smirk, it could be something, whatever it is for you guys, that's your code. So create that. I used to have this commercial that just used to make me laugh. I don't know, it's corny. I'm a corny person. I actually like corny stuff. So it's this Hillshire Farm commercial. It was about beef hot links or whatever. And the guys would be singing and barbecuing or grilling or whatever. And it's super funny to me. It's really corny, but it's funny to me. So if I can get upset, Coach Nazir would make some comment or say, I said a beef hot links or whatever. It's about the commercial. Anyway, don't judge, guys. Anywho. But it would make me laugh, or it'll make me smirk. It'll totally interrupt my pattern, and I'm not upset anymore. Those code words and code phrases or touch or anything like that shows that that person cares enough to not want to allow things to go into a downhill spiral. So whatever it is, it could be an inside joke between you two. It could be anything like that. So like I said, I have a few, because certain things don't always work all the time. So, you want to make sure that you have something that works, I think one of the coaches that talk about pattern interrupts, well, I got the word pattern interrupt from Tony Robbins. But, for those who don't know, for those who know, they know. But Dr. Gottman calls it something else. And it's not really pattern interrupts. It's just certain things where when you want to make things better. So it's like repair attempts. I think that's what he calls it, is repair attempts. So that can either happen if it got a little too far, but you don't want it to get that way. So I'm trying to give you some tips to not let it get too far. So have a pattern interrupt. Have something that, could be a repair attempt if it's, going a little sideways, and just create that. So make sure you are connecting. Make sure you are showing care and concern, and make sure you create a code word, phrase, touch, smirk, look, whatever it is, to help you have an argument-less or argument-free or less of an argumentative marriage. So hope you guys got some good information from this and some good tips from this. If you made it this far, congratulations. I would like for you to put in the comments, argue less. Argue less. So until next time, make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already, because we found out that over half of the people who watch us are not subscribed. Don't understand why. So it doesn't take much to do. It's free. click that subscribe button. Make sure you share it because sharing is caring. And if you want to know more information about our programs, visit us at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/store. And until next time, assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.